Hey everybody, Brian here once again from quantlabs.net. Okay, so hopefully you've watched my so-called market calls for March 7th today for Europe. Now, in this video, I'm going to just focus on the UK as a separate market. As I said before, you can definitely trade the UK no different than the US. There's enough stock and ETFs and whatever else you want to trade within the UK that meet my requirement of, let's say, $1 billion US dollars, the equivalent in UK. On top of a lot of the companies listed on the LSE or the London Stock Exchange are also listing their guidance, specifically the earnings price per share, which is one of my simple fundamental metrics that I use to identify your long and short pairs as part of your trading opportunity. So let's check out some of the data my script has generated, this Python script, which I've gone on about how to get the data that I'm about to show you, the charts that this Python script will generate. So let's get into those charts, and let me just navigate to where I need to navigate, which I believe is very simple. Okay, here we are. So I've shown this before, and here's all the charts for UK. So as in my European analysis, no different. We have building for each country that's part of the Euro area, consumer, ESI, industrial, retail, and services. Okay, so let's check out our building for the UK. Not looking good. I've read about this all the time in the news. How's the consumer looking? And it may be bottoming here. We don't know, but it's possibly on an upswing. How's the ESI holding out for Europe? Not looking good. Got to remember that Europe is now facing a potential referendum to leave the euro. So this data source will change if that is the case. And I have to get it right from probably the Bank of England or whoever the British government will issue it. But for now, I get it from the Eurostats. Okay, so the ESI is not looking good. How's the industrial looking? Down. It's been down for a while, almost a year and a bit. Retail down as well. And how is the services? Okay, so the only two areas I could see that have any growth is services and what was it, consumer. So you can see a bit of upswing. Everything's seriously negative. So let's just focus on these two types of stocks for sectors, for market sectors related around consumer and services. Now, if you haven't seen this spreadsheet that I've got that I use quite a bit, which will identify all the stock symbols that you can track within Yahoo. And this is for all the major exchanges in the world. We've already shown New York with NYQ. And also I can show you LSE as well. So that's what we'll focus on for London Stock Exchange. So let me just see all the category names. So we're going to select all categories, but we only want to deal with the LSE. That's it, nothing else. LSE, that's it. And let me just uncheck the NYQ as well. Okay, so that should be that. Okay, so all the stocks that we see here are basically the LSE. Now here's a number you should check out. You can see we have over 25,000 stocks available on the LSE. That is just as good as NYQ. So that's why I like looking at these companies with these opportunities. Now, I'm only working on stock, but you can see we also have ETF, futures, indices, mutual funds, currency, warrants, all that stuff continuing on along in this spreadsheet. Now, this is very useful because now I can say, okay, we've got two sectors that we want to focus on, services and consumer. So let's see what we can drum up as potential opportunities. All right, so let's look for maybe a consumer and let's look for a services Well, we have a few in business services, asset management. We've got advertising, anything to do with consumer that's got a decent enough to work from. Independent oil, industrial, metal, life insurance, money market, oil and gas, property casual, publishing, recreational, REIT, specialty. Ooh, this is not looking too good, is it? And then we got thousands upon thousands here. So the only major ones that we can really use that have a category are these guys and up. So not a lot to play with here, but let's see what we can kind of get out of this. We can see if you've seen my U.S. market call for February 12th, for March 7th, you can see you get much more diversity in their categories. Maybe we could do, I don't know, consumer, money center banks. I would try that. Yeah, maybe that might be a decent one. Okay, so let's give that a whirl. And then maybe for services, we'll just focus on business services. So we'll try those two categories. All right, so first thing we got to do is go into our script, change our query. Now again, I've shown this script before in detail. The one that we want it's maybe this one, I believe. Actually, no, I can be smart here and do the same thing with Fred. All I'm really changing is the so we'll do, I think it's process Fred. Yes, it is. I think. No. I think it's got to be under Yahoo Finance. What am I doing here? Yes, this is where I need to be. Okay, so let me just comment this puppy out. Actually, duplicate the line. And comment that one I just changed. So this is what we're going to do. We are doing money market, money center banks. Okay, so let's change that. Just to verify the exchange is, yes, the LSE. So let's see what happens here, let's see what it generates. LSE. I think it's not going to get very many. So I only got 10 stocks to play with, and let's see what it generates in this spreadsheet. Okay. Guess I need to create a new folder window. Ready? Navigate to the proper folder. I think that would be Yahoo Finance project. So here it is. That's what we're going to generate now. So here's our spreadsheet. So here's our data that spreadsheet generated. Let's do a sort on market cap, which is EPS next is what I typically have used. So what do we got here? Well, we do have some billion-dollar companies, actually all of them except one. So what do we got here? Our EPS current. That's pretty high actually, but I'll still take it. That's the STANL, and Barclays looks like it will be a short. So let's pull up our Yahoo Finance, and let's plug her in. Okay, so first is our long. STANL. I think that's standard chartered, or I think I got that. Standard.L. Okay, so we'll do a 3-month chart. And the bottoming process was always on February 11th. This time it's on the 24th. 400 to 481. It's almost a 25% return. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we want to do a comparison with BARC.L, Barclays. Okay, let's see how it does. BRC, Barclays. There we go, that's good enough. Okay, so yeah, that I'll put as a call. March 7th. And we are dealing with money, what was it, money central banks. Money central banks. And what we're going to put in as our long is Stan.L. And then the short we put was BARC.L. Okay. So that is that. Let's do one more category. And I believe the category we were going to do was the business services. Yeah, here, let me just close this. So we're going to do business services. And let me just plug that into my query. Run it. So it's retrieving 11 stock. Got it all. Okay, let's check it out. So we have business services. This is the file we're going to open up with Excel. Same thing as before, no surprises there. Sort the data. Sort category of EPS next. Okay. All right, so our long could be this one, and our short could be that one. This looks kind of bizarre. That's pretty strong. But let's just try it out. Okay, so EXPN.L. It is Experian, that's what I was wondering about. Oh, let me just clear these. Get rid of that. And I guess no, so we gotta put EXPN.L. Yeah, you can see why the EPS is that high. Actually, as I had before with another stock, let me just get a better one. Let's go with this SRP.L. SRP.L. Still a little high, but I'll take it. Circle Group. Okay, so that's our long to 3-month chart, and our short would be this one. MZL. Okay, do a comparison. 3-month comparison. Okay, John Menzies PLC. Usually I like to see the long higher than the short. Maybe that might not work. This might be a little more appropriate. RPS.L. RPS.L as a short potential. RPS.L. So let me just make sure. Our RPS is lower than the long. Yeah, I'll go with that. But you can see the difference is quite big. So if you bought in around here, you would be already a 14% difference.